Hello and welcome to Claire's Controversial Conversations. Tonight in the program, I will be discussing how attitudes towards homeless people are formed and some of the common stereotypes towards homeless people held by society. To start, I'll begin with the definition of homelessness. We will be discussing homelessness in terms of people without physical shelter who may be sleeping outdoors, in vehicles, abandoned buildings, or other places that are not intended for people to live. An attitude, as we will be discussing, is a reaction in favour or disfavour towards something, in this case, towards homeless people. Attitudes vary between individuals. This can be due to very positive or negative experiences, an individual's upbringing or exposure altering the behaviour and attitude of an individual. This is exactly how attitudes towards homeless people are formed. The tri-component model of attitudes describes this formation. It breaks the formation of attitudes into three components: affective, cognitive, and behavioural. It suggests that attitudes are formed by an individual's beliefs, and these beliefs trigger feelings. And depending on whether these feelings are positive or negative, will impact an individual's behaviour towards something. In this case, it is an attitude towards homeless people. Attitudes can change and develop over time, however. In my research, I met a man who had an extremely negative attitude towards homeless people. I wondered where this attitude came from, so I asked him if he had any experiences with someone who was homeless, and he told me that a homeless person once broke into his house a couple of years ago and stole his valuables. Once learning this, I was able to understand why he had such a negative attitude, because a negative experience will trigger a negative attitude. On the other hand, I spoke to a woman who admitted that she once was homeless because she was unexpectedly made redundant. She had a positive attitude towards homeless people because she was able to empathise with them because she had been in their position before. She was also able to understand that despite the common stereotype that homeless people become homeless due to alcohol and substance abuse, she was able to recognise that people can become homeless due to a variety of reasons that are out of their control, such as being made redundant or even escaping an abusive relationship. People in society often believe the stereotypes that homeless people are criminals and that they are dangerous, that they have mental illness, that they're men, and that they are alcoholics or drug users. However, this is not always the case. These stereotypes are probably formed by people who have had negative experiences with homeless people and therefore have a negative attitude. The cycle of devaluation can cause these misconceptions to also occur. The cycle of devaluation begins with society's belief that homeless people are of less value to themselves. This will then influence the way society behaves towards homeless people. Homeless people then start to believe the negative thoughts or stereotypes that society has towards them, causing them to act in accordance to society's belief that they are of low value, conforming to some of the stereotypes that society has, and then the cycle begins all over again. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'll be back next week for more controversial conversations.